Hey folks, welcome to Unit 2. This is going to focus on the difference between scholarly and popular sources, and Week 2, where we're going to start the Essay 1 assignment and do a couple other things. So let's go ahead and get started here. So watch the video, obviously. You're doing that right now. I want you to read the Essay 1 assignment and rubric. I'll go into a little more detail on this in just a minute. Watch the scholarly versus popular resources video, watch the how to read a scholarly article video, and then look over the plagiarism materials and take the test located at the University of Indiana link. Okay, I'll go into a little more detail on that as well. All right, so I went into the Essay 1 assignment here. I always try to walk you guys through the assignment a little bit, so I'll do this every time we have a new essay assignment. First thing to note, the essay is not due this week. The essay is due next week. And that'll be the case throughout the course of the semester, where you'll get an assignment and it might not be due for 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks even, sort of depending on what we're doing and how much time I think you need to get there. But you need to have the assignment, so I've got the assignment here. Just don't get confused and think that you've got to crank this out. Now, so the context here, and all of our assignments will have context, the assignment, and criteria and details. Okay, so we often get told don't use popular sources in school papers, but there's little discussion about why, other than people saying, oh, scholarly sources are better. Sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not. So the goal of the assignment is to really understand the difference between a popular source and a scholarly source. So what I want you to do is to choose a popular article that talks about a study. If there's no topic you're particularly interested in and you just want me to provide you with a topic, I've got some down here. I'll show those to you in just a second. Okay, but take an article with a title like New Study Suggests 18 Glasses of Wine a Day May Prevent Heart Disease. Okay, that's the sort of thing you want. Doesn't have to be medical, but something that says study suggests. Then I want you to find the scholarly article on which the original article is based. Okay, again, there are some samples below. Once you have both, read the popular article, read the scholarly article, the essay, and I want you to write a 3-page essay or so on this. It should focus on comparing the two and explaining whether the popular article was complete and correct. In short, it should answer the question, did the popular article get it right? So you might think about some questions as you're working your way through this. Does the scholarly research show what the popular article claims? If the popular article claims extends life or improves this, what degree does it actually extend or improve? For example, if it's a percentage, what does that mean in practical terms? Every once in a while you get a new drug that'll say it'll extend the life of cancer patients by, 50%. But if these are cancer patients who've already been given 6 months to live, the extra 3 months is not a significant breakthrough. It might be useful for some people who are trying to get to a child's wedding or something of that sort. But by and large, it's not a significant extension of life. You're not fixing the problem of the cancer, okay? So practically, what does it mean? And then finally, if someone were to act on the information in the popular article, would they be making the best decision? Okay, I want you to kind of focus on what the scholarly study shows, what the popular article claims, and where the popular article, which sort of is necessarily more simplistic and short, what does it leave out for the sake of ease of use, and does that impede what the scholarly study actually shows? Okay, so it's a comparison between the two and answering the question whether or not the popular explanation of that scholarly study is accurate. Okay. Basic criteria is MLA format should be followed, 12-point font, 1-inch margin, sort of the usual here, 3 to 4 pages. I'm not a particular stickler for length, but if you're turning in a page and a half, it's pretty clear to me that it's undeveloped, okay? Quotations should be cited, paraphrases should be cited, and parenthetical citations should lead to an MLA Works cited page. There's information on citation in next week's module, so if you've got any questions about that, please go there. I've got a number of topics here, and then I found a popular article and the scholarly study. You might have to log into the PSC databases to get access to it, but you should be able to get access to all of these. So if one of these interests you, great, grab it and make use of it. I'm actually encouraging you to use these topics. The rest of the semester, you're going to be finding your own. But given the short timeline for this, there's a little bit of work that goes into finding a popular article and the scholarly study. It's based on, if you want to do that, you want to find something of your own, that's great. Find a popular article, let me know, and I will be glad to help you hunt down the scholarly study. Okay? If you've got any questions over the essay, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay. The 2 things to remember is that this is not due this week, it's due next week, so you've got 14 days more or less to work on this. And if you've got questions, you're not sure how to go about this, you've got an introduction, you want to send it over to me, anything of that sort, don't hesitate to let me know. I'm glad to help. All right, and on to the other things for this week. There are two videos. One explains the difference in literal terms between scholarly and popular resources. You guys are sort of doing the practical difference. What is it? What's the difference and what it means to us as a reader? This is the literal sense, and what's the difference between article in this magazine and article in this journal. And then how to read a scholarly article. This should help you when you're looking at that scholarly article, which are often difficult to read, what to look for and how to go through it. There's a rubric here we can take a very quick look at. This is how I'm going to grade your essays. I will grade all of the essays this way. You'll get check marks sort of on the spectrum here between strong and less strong. You can see all the sort of specific criteria I'm looking for. If you've got any questions over that, just don't hesitate to let me know. I'm glad to help you out there. And then finally, plagiarism. There are two things here. Did I plagiarize? That's actually from the Prairie State website. Do I need to cite it? Which is a PDF that's clickable. There's links in it, and you'll figure out how this works. It'll load right in your browser, and it should work. It's like kind of a self-directed tutorial on whether or not you need to cite something that I put together. And then finally, the University of Indiana's plagiarism tutorial and test. So if you go here, it will load this. There's information about certification tests. It's pretty intuitive. Click, I'm an undergraduate student. You will need to sign up. All they need is your email, and you'll have to go and use that email to authenticate your account. But once you do that, there's a tutorial. There is a test. When you complete that test, they will send you the certification. All you need to do is forward that to me in email. Okay, you'll get an email with your certificate. Just forward it to me, and I will give you credit for it. Okay. If you've got any questions with this, any difficulties, don't hesitate to let me know. I will be glad to help.